tell me if what you're doing isn't flirting, then tell me what is.
Well, what I believe what is flirting is something of I just grabbing private parts and just kissing and just trying to. That's what I describe what flirting is versus what I do.
Yeah, no, that's called having sex. And really, this may be a simple vocabulary problem. But I mean, you'd have to go that far before you thought that's over the line.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not kissing anyone. I'm not, grabbing anyone's butt.
Okay, if you looked across the room and Monica was up on somebody's shoulders, twirling around, and he had his hands on her legs, would that be okay?
I think that would be totally okay.
That would be totally okay.
That'd be fine. I mean, she's having fun.
Okay, if she was wrestling with some guy and they fell into the pool together and they were embracing in there and twirling all around and she got out with her clothes all stuck to her and he's there with her, you're just saying, hey, what a cut up.
Exactly. That's exactly the way I believe. If you're having fun, I don't believe that you should be married and totally just kill everything. All of a sudden here you are just dead, being a man, watching sports and drinking a beer. And then I don't believe that's what it's all about.
Okay, but don't you think there's a lot of gray area in there that would include your wife and playing around with her and wrestling around with her and swimming around with her? Did you have to go to the restroom that night at the sports bar?
I did.
Did he jack you up on his shoulders?
Not at all.
And carry you over there?
No, I had to walk myself.
And I was going to do so. She said no. That's...
Well, after that, I was upset. I'm like, don't even bother with me.
Yeah, you didn't want to sit in somebody else's chair,
Absolutely
did you?
Not.
Yeah. But let's take the glossary of terms out of this. Because one of the things I think that we have to do when we're married is look at the impact of our actions on other people. And I said I was going to tell you why you shouldn't do that, even if you intend nothing bad about it or you have no sexual intent. The very fact that it embarrasses and humiliates your wife, causes her to feel terribly uncomfortable, and sends a message that a whole lot of people could misread, it seems to me that as a husband, that would weigh much more heavily on you than would the fun you get out of putting somebody on your shoulders and walking them to the bathroom or whatever. I mean, wouldn't you say I need to not do that just simply because it will hurt my wife's feelings and I love her and don't want to do that to her?
Yes, I mean, I guess when you put it in that way, it's, yeah, not to hurt her feelings, because I do love her. I love her with all my heart, and I just can't, the goal is, I guess, is for me to see what was really going on in her eyes. For example, like today's show. I mean, just not really realizing that she was sending some email to y'all, and then before you know it, here I am, realizing realizing what I'm doing is just a little upsetting her. And I was just thinking, hey, I'm just because I'm married, I'm not dead. But now the way you're describing it, well, I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and be dead.
Well, that is a total crock.
Well,
I mean, that is a total crock. I mean, there aren't two choices. Either wrestle with women in wet T-shirts or put them on my shoulder, or just be dead. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, you need to get this. I'm really trying to help you here. What she's telling you is those are her shoulders, and if somebody's going to ride on them, it better be her.
That's right.
Okay? Am I saying that right?
You're absolutely right.
Okay. And she's also saying, you're my husband, you need to avoid even the appearance of impropriety.
Thank you.
Okay? And it's disrespectful.
Yes.
Do you think it's disrespectful?
Absolutely.
Well, then
It
tell
is.
him that is disrespectful to me, and don't you do it anymore.
Don't do it anymore because it's disrespectful.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.